8 minutes up to 10 or to 9 o'clock. Brother Harry, how you doing, sir? Please post. Our listeners cannot give us tonight. They have to. Zell, okay, all right. Let's go back to our guest. Paul?
Sir, I'm right here. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right. Paul, I have picked up this matter because of something you said on this program a couple mornings ago. You actually said that your own life was held back by the PNP's policies of the 90s. Is that correct?
Yes, that's 100% correct.
Yes. And would you want to share with our listeners why you made that comment and what specifically are you talking about?
Because I'm going to make myself very clear. Because in the late 90s, 97, 98, all of the investors them start pack up and they start to run. And the reason why they start to run, because of the mismanagement of the country. But because we did young, we never quite understand and look into it very deeply. But because we become a man now and we realize and we come age that we can vote and we realize and see what is going on because of the mismanagement, then we look back now, we understand that we leave school as a young man. We can't get a job. We up and down here, we go up on construction site. When we go up on construction site, when we check it out at dance, a man tell us, oh, you can't get no work here, so you can't get no work there, so one man alone, I run all 5, 6, 7 piece of road when other people now get anything to do. Them think there wasn't fear. And that is what the People's National Party do all along. Some people was getting help and some people wasn't getting help. The mismanagement of taxpayers' money. A country cannot grow. And that is why young people face it so hard back then. And that is why so many people start run overseas. And anybody can back me up. And I'm telling the truth, anybody can back me up. The teachers then start to run. One of the time, a private sectors and business people coming together to start pay the teachers them. Because they start to pack up and they start to run to America. Anybody can remember that. Police now get no assistance, them now get no help. Nobody care for them. It's a broken system. The system was broken, literally broken. The bus them down on the Ministry of Labor. Them are broke down on the highway. We are carry for America, them got airport. Ask anybody a lie me a tell or a truth me a talk. That time they have certain woman down a ministry. We are gatekeeper. They have a gatekeeper down there. A gatekeeper they have our ministry. We are let through certain people. She know herself. I don't have to call her name, but everybody know her. She cut off her ear. Flat like a man. She's a good lady still, but she was a gatekeeper. So when my people them come in and we go down there, she have to start fly up the gate and let through a whole heap of people same way. Because it was the same thing she was doing when the People's National Party in power. It was a gatekeeping business. And this is something I know for sure. And anything I know for sure, I'm not afraid to share it with the Jamaican people because I know I'm telling the truth. It was a sweetheart deal was going all along with the People's National Party. The MPs, the ministers, them. The ministers, them was playing sweetheart deal with, okay, this is how they do it now. If them know, say, this a man a control number 10. Then we go in and then we give number 10 man and say, hey, okay, your response to clean up the place and whatever. And that the man then I must do not know with the money. Him put the whole of the money in his pocket. And then the people them said the MP now do not, the MP now perform. When you see certain man I come out and I talk about them are done and them are this and them are that, them are not done. It's just because like they implement certain things. They are the one who implement it. And I said the other day, they are the one who make so much street youth up on the street because of the mismanagement of taxpayers' money. And anybody who feels the hands of the People's National Party can back me and support me. They make every investor run out of Jamaica. Even I get chocolate, where used to hire so many people, where was close right there, so they run not to be a banana to the ground. We hire so much people again, because it's not people alone, we're in the inner city alone need jobs. People on the countryside as well need jobs. Then run public work to the ground. Then run cocoa board to the ground. When we get a storm, we never have to depend on nobody at all to clean our roads. Because we have truck and we have tractors, we have every single thing, graders. Demand them in my community, all of them used to have a job. Because some used to work at cocoa board, some used to work at public service, some used to work at a chocolate factory, some are engineer, some are pack box, some are do all kind of things. The road then used to clean 24/7. Every drains used to be clean. The road used to be kept. And since this man come into power, which is PJ Percival Pattison, Ima Omar Davis, Philip Palwell, Roger Clark, Bobby Pickers Gill, Portia Simpson Miller, AJ Nicholson, KD Knight, and the rest of them, they are the one who is the downfall and the biggest meltdown for Jamaica. So me say it loud and proudly. Me just want Jamaica, especially young people, to just hold up them head. Just hold up them head and believe in themselves. And them have a prime minister that working in behalf of their way. Never drop their pride. Never drop their pride, none at all. Because all of this meltdown what they are going through is because of the People's National Party. And every young youth in my age group know that I'm talking the truth and I'm talking that with passion.
My God.
Bottom of my heart. And them make me run out of Jamaica. Because as Bruce come in and me get my chance, me run out of Jamaica. Yes, tell the truth, as Bruce win, and me get me chance, me run out of Jamaica because me say me I take me chance under my government. And right now, me say Andrew bring me back. Andrew bring me back because me see governance that he's doing. Yes, a lot of people now talk the truth. I want when they turn on their phone, they must come in at the media and talk the truth and educate the youngsters them. So the youngsters them can motivate. So you can motivate each other.
Yes. Let me ask you something, Paul. Why do you think, though, that when you look at the political performance of the PNP over the last couple of months, especially in the general elections, that so many people were prepared to support them?
The people who were support them, it's a set of people that coming together that planning to overthrow the prime minister. And the reason for that, I can explain.
Oh?
The prime minister wife have certain posts in cabinet. And the prime minister is the prime minister.
Well, not in cabinet.
No, not in cabinet. She's not a part of the cabinet.
In parliament, then or whatsoever.
Yeah.
You know, so they are looking and they are saying that, you know, the prime minister and his wife is sleeping, and if anything, she's gonna be on the prime minister's side and whatsoever. That is what they are thinking, which is that is smutty. That way of thinking is very smutty and very envy, because you are working for the people. You're a public servant. So that should never ever come into the way. So if you are telling me that you are dealing with politics, you should be dealing with politics and not bad mind. Because if you're going to say, you put the man horse up front, that is the first election. The next election, you come and say, you have 28 bank account. And at the same time when the election was going on, you guys have private investigator body investigate the prime minister in the heart of the campaign. Who does that? What is that saying?
Well, hold on there for me, please, sir. Scratchy, let me ask you this before I get back to Kimmy CS and Paul. Scratchy?
Yes, Neighbour.
Isn't Wholeness and Golding the liberators of modern day Jamaican slavery? Isn't these two men, aren't these two men on a pedestal today as shining beacons of liberation from economic enslavement?
Neighbour, again, I think yes, we can. It is safe for you to say that. We can definitely agree to that, Neighbour. Mr. Golding, Neighbour, Kirsty made mention of it this morning, saying that Mr. Golding was probably one of the most underrated, probably one of the more underrated prime minister. He deserves more respect. I totally agree, Neighbour, that this started under Mr. Golding, Neighbour. A lot of the financial, a lot of the economic changes that we saw coming out of this after 2007 period, Neighbour, cycle, governance cycle. Mr. Golding definitely, Neighbour, brought a lot of eye-opening to us, Neighbour. He showed us, Neighbour, a lot of things that we didn't know that was going on, Neighbour. A lot of things, Neighbour, even when the government took office, Mr. Golding came out and told us that it is even in a worse condition than he thought. When he went into 2007, Neighbour, as a new government, Neighbour, there wasn't one red penny, Neighbour, for the government to spend or do anything with. So definitely, Neighbour, I think one of the most wonderful things that happened between Mr. Golding and Mr. Wholeness, Neighbour, is that Mr. Golding started everything, Neighbour, and I think it was great, Neighbour, that Andrew Michael Wholeness was a part of Mr. Golding's cabinet at that specific time, Neighbour. So Andrew Wholeness had an idea, Neighbour, of what things should be like or what things should look like, Neighbour. And I believe that when he get that leadership baton, he become the leader, and he knew, Neighbour, exactly what Mr. Golding was pushing, like telling that the economy, and I think Mr. Wholeness take up that, Neighbour, run with it. At first, 2016, 2017, 2018, a lot of persons were bashing him. The Prime Minister is only talking about economy, till the question was raised if economy can yam, and the Prime Minister did come out and tell us that yes, the economy can yam, and I think a lot of us are now eating the economy, Neighbour. We are seeing how delicious it is.
Yeah, no, let me ask you, Scratch, because they remain in Jamaica. I could play Mr. Siaga.
Hold on, Neighbour. When we say Golding, guys, definitely not Jefferson. You know, all right, Bruce Golding, definitely not Jefferson.
Yeah. The two Jamaicas, Scratchy. Do you not perceive, Scratchy, that because of the enslavement, systemic enslavement of the 90s, that now that the economic liberation is in force, in train, that the people still have not acclimatized themselves to the new norm of the opportunistic economy that has been built and are pushing forward to make use of it? Is that the challenge that we're having, Scratchy, that our people are still fixed to the 90s?
Yes, Neighbour. I think a high demography of our population, Neighbour, is still in remnants of the 90s, Neighbour. And these people still, a lot of persons, these are the persons, Neighbour, who say that they prefer the 90s but they don't realize, Neighbour, that in the 90s, they might be 18, 17, or 19 years old at that time. They might still under their parents' responsibility. So person might be saying, I prefer the 90s because in the 90s I could do this, or in the 90s I could do that. But those persons, Neighbour, are what you would consider, not to disrespect anyone, neighbours, as as persons with worthless persons, neighbor, if I want to use that word. Persons who, because of whatever negligence or whatever fraud programs or whatever the government at the time was bringing, neighbor, these persons were benefit of it so much by just sitting on their ass and not doing anything, neighbor, that they want to continue to strive and continue to live like that. So when they see now a person like Andrew Michael Lowness come forward trying to bring forth our country should operate, he's gonna get some form of rejection, neighbor, because persons can go back and say, but PJ never used to do this, PJ never did make way have to do that, PJ never did that. But they also need to understand that because PJ didn't do those stuff, neighbor, a lot of things that you wanted to do, you couldn't do. Persons who have kids, neighbor, they a lot of parents in the 90s, neighbor, cried because they couldn't financially balance their child in the way that they wanted to. In the 90s was the time, neighbor, when parents had to choose how much days of the week you go to school. A lot of, neighbor, I remember in Jamaica, Friday was like a no school day. Friday, I don't see those things. Yeah, anybody can say that, neighbor. In Jamaica in the 90s, neighbor, Friday was a no school day. Your mommy is not going to send you go to school Friday, neighbor. She will send you Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, but you're not going Friday because that money you have to see if you try and make up the Sunday dinner for Sunday. So glad to pass that stage, neighbor, and I'm happy for where we're at now. And I think, neighbor, that even though some persons are still trapped in the 90s, neighbor, I can safely say, neighbor, that a majority of Jamaicans, neighbor, they applaud and they appreciate where Andrew Michael Lowness has brought this economy. And not because, neighbor, they don't show that appreciation by dipping their finger in ink. That might be because of different reasons why they don't participate in that process. But I definitely believe, neighbor, that a high number of Jamaicans, neighbor, appreciate Andrew Michael Lowness and they applaud him, neighbor, for how he has taken the shackles off our brain and off our mentality, neighbor, and throw them away. But some persons like the train and some persons like the chops. You know, there's different type of persons out there.
Yeah. Kimmy?
Still here.
Kimmy, do you accept what we are trying to reference here, that there are many people in the society, Kimmy, that the opportunities are available for them, but somehow they seem stuck in the period of the 1990s. Economic liberation, you know, Kimmy, is pretty much happening in Jamaica. Don't you think that there are still many of our people that remain stuck in that period of, you know, hopelessness and dependency, really?
Lazy, Mr. Neighbor.
Lazy?
Lazy.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Like, let me tell you, Mr. Neighbor. I remember in the early 2000s when Miss Simpson Miller announced the G. To me, Mr. Neighbor, that was something big. Because we wanted jobs in Jamaica, and we hear that this thing is coming, right? And so because of that, how many thousands and thousands of youths would have been employed? And so, yes, we prepare our mind for this work, yeah. Whatever this work is, Mr. Neighbor. And then after a while, no work. And now we're getting work, and we're still so lazy because we love, Mr. Neighbor, the handout, the craft mentality, being depending on people. You don't want to work for years. You wanna live that life where you think it is okay to just sit back, relax, and collect. Lazy, Mr. Neighbor. And because they don't see where Mr. Owens is taking us out of the I'm gonna give you the fish mentality. Instead of that, let me teach you how to fish and catch a tilapia, so you can have that tilapia training for the rest of your life. That is in the handbook, you know, Mr. Neighbor. That is in the achievement book, you know, Mr. Neighbor. That he taught the Ministry of Agriculture underneath rather thought how many young farmers how to catch the big piranhas and tilapias. So they will know exactly where in the sea to go so they can catch these expensive fish and make $1 for their family. And then the Ministry of Labor underneath rather taught them how to export these products, Mr. Neighbor, how to export their goods. And this was free, but we don't want that. Give me the tilapia, let me eat it today and forget about the rest of it. Forget about tomorrow. Forget about my lifestyle because I'm lazy. You're not getting up to go do. There's no more handout, Mr. Neighbor. Jamaica handout day is done. And nobody should be balling. Even in Melissa, we still see where work is being given out. We still see where persons can still get jobs. The Ministry of Labor 2 days ago on their website had how many job fairs, Mr. Neighbor, for different sectors in that organization. I even talk about it on my platform. But no, they want somebody to fill out the application, submit the resume, carry them down there, answer the question, and in fact do the job for them and them collect the money. It's lazy, Mr. Neighbor. There's only one word I can use, and that's lazy. A lazy mentality. In Kingston, Jamaica nowadays, everybody should be okay. I'm not saying that we're going to be rich. And again, Mr. Neighbor, because of lack of knowledge, my people fail me.
Yeah, they perish. Yeah.
Mr. Neighbor?
Yeah, they perish.
Non-ambition. We sit and we roll and we dig out and miggle. And we wait on the browning for pass and we say, wow, go on sexy, big up yourself. I will sit down and we wait on the man for come on Friday and give you whatever change it is. Not thinking that as a woman, you should hold your head high and go get your own. Go do you. Provide for you. Stop being lazy. I hate it, Mr. Neighbor. And if anybody can say that there is nothing good going on in Jamaica, it's the one that has that 1 in 10 education level. And I say that without no apology. How many persons went to school, Mr. Neighbor? What happened to the now we can go to Heart Free? So no youth should have said that they can't learn now, Mr. Neighbor. Not in this Jamaica. Not when we had Mr. Siaga starting it. You know, it's like the relay, Mr. Neighbor, if we were to compare it. Mr. Siaga was the starter. Then Bruce come with the second leg. You understand? And Usain Bolt, him just forward in. Wham! A lead. Take the world championship. Take the everything. Number 1 on the podium right through. That is our Honorable Prime Minister. He's leading by far. And I say this to everyone that is listening to us. If Mr. Holness had not been the Prime Minister of Jamaica when Hurricane Melissa hit, dog, nyam, we, supper, there would be no money. Nobody would want to sit and talk with us because no one is going to talk to someone that is always in a, when the rum tell you the big dancer mood. Nobody. And I'm not going to take back my talk, Mr. Neighbor. Nobody's looking at this man as a leader. No one. And so that's why I have questions for this same man who is claiming to be leading.
Sorry about that. Yeah. Okay. I'm at 9:15 and I only have a little time left on the program tonight. So Kimmy, want to thank you for tonight. Thank you so much. Are you coming? Are you coming on?
I need a girl.
I'm in the comments, Neighbor.
Great. Take care of yourself.
I need a girl with sweet love.
You know, CS, are you there? CS, are you on? CS, you've been there for a long time waiting. CS, there? No. Hello.